Welcome to Big Dream Sports TV. My name is Andrew Layton, and I got with me Greg Perkins, Owen Gilliland.
What's going on?
It's on and popping today.
Hey, man, it's crazy.
It's on and popping. How you feeling, Cap?
Man, I feel like Daniel Diaz.
You a no Daniel Diaz.
Oh, the slippery flow.
Come on now.
But we got a great show ahead of you guys today. We have some great guests coming to you, but we'll be right back right after this break.
Couldn't even make the field goal.
I'm definitely like Daniel Diaz, man.
Drew's Tips and Big Dream Sports Hot Topics, sponsored by Platinum Image Barbershop. We are the best.
Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. As you can see, we have a lot of props in front of us of our sponsored people. We have Nevermind Eatery, and then we have Urban Swagger Kit Cartel.
I probably shouldn't even be touching this shoe, to be honest with you.
Listen, we gonna work out a deal with Urban Swagger / Kit Cartel because we need us a pair. And what you think?
I need all three.
Yeah,
They nice.
I want all three of them.
Okay. So listen, and we got a couple more people in the studio that said they need a pair, so we might need to work out a deal. But we're gonna go get in Drew's Tips. Drew's Tips is all about class, fellas. On and off the field, you gotta have class. It's all about sportsmanship. You can play how you want to play in between the whistle, play fair, play right, but just make sure you do it with class. What you got to say?
Well, when I was growing up playing Pop Warner, if we'd have done the littlest, smallest baby dance,
Yeah.
it was over for bear crawls the next week, I'll tell you that. But it's about respecting your opponent, respecting your team, respecting the game. You know, you can have fun out there. You can show out a little bit with your teammates and do it the right way. But you don't want to go too far.
Exactly.
You know, with it. Football's fun. We all want to go out and, have fun on the football field.
But dab on
but
the
there's,
sideline.
but there's,
But dab on the side.
yeah, go dab on the side, or dab at home, or do the Dion at home, or whatever you got to do. But it's just keep it classy, like you said.
Keep it classy.
Respecting the next man.
Yep. That's it. Because I literally had to get on my nephew. He literally scored 4 times, and on his 4th time, he decided that he was Cam Newton, not understanding that he's not getting paid for football yet. So until you start getting paid, you're not Cam Newton.
You ran out there with nachos in his hand.
Yeah, I snapped on him. Dab on the sideline. You don't need to cost your team a 15-yard personal foul.
That's the big thing, too. You can cost your team.
Exactly.
You cost them the game. Cost them 15 yards.
Exactly.
And, you're just going to end up hurting your team.
Yep.
And if you get a reputation like that, the rest are going to start watching it. And
I don't know because he scored 4 times.
4 times,
Bro,
yeah. He can dab once, right?
That's 28.
You dab on the sideline. You dab on the sideline.
If my child scored 4 times, I'm dabbing with him.
I told him
I'm looking at him like, give it to me, son.
But that's what I told him. I told him to come to the sideline so we could do it together. Don't leave me hanging.
Captain be out there doing the Antonio Brown.
Oh, no. Don't stop.
Yeah.
We don't do the
That's your guy.
We don't do the round.
No, we ain't doing
we
that.
don't do the
All right.
That's Miami. That's Miami.
Miami.
Hey, that's Pittsburgh. That's whatever. So,
But now we're going to get into the Big Dreams hot topic. And the hot topic is about targeting. We had a big issue come out of the South and Fort Myers game. I don't know how true the situation is, but obviously it's a big ordeal because we got a couple parents that's upset about the situation. And, we had one of the news reporters mention something about it. And they said that they were targeting a kid. But on that defense, I don't understand what you mean by targeting, but I do understand the situation after the fact that you celebrating that a kid's hurt, because in Pop Warner, one of the first things you do, if a kid gets hurt, everybody takes a knee. Wait on to see, then once he gets up, everybody claps his hand. But if you're a great player, you're gonna have that light on you. But if a player gets hurt, don't be buttholes about it, and cheer and celebrate because he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just a game. We want to play the game the way it's meant to be played, and when it's not meant to be played, go out there and kill or hurt somebody and then taunt them about it. What you got to say?
Let's be honest about it. Apparently there were some coaches maybe that were a little too happy or celebrating when a player got hurt this weekend. My opinion is in the middle of a game, your emotions are high. And sometimes you may react in a way that you might not react if you were thinking properly and not in the moment of a game with high emotions. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe after the fact you might think, hey, maybe I should have been a little more calmed down. I think it's more. I don't think it's about the happy the player's hurt. It was just, an opportunity. Yeah. And I don't think these coaches woke up the next day on Saturday and were happy the player was hurt. You know what I mean? And at the same time, when it's a player that stature, the sensitivity level goes through the roof. Right. On that side. So any little reaction or anything that's said right after that happens is magnified. Right. Because the sensitivity level is up there. Yeah. So some things I think can get blown out of proportion, and I really don't think that anybody was trying to be in the wrong.
I didn't see it myself personally, but the news.
I didn't either.
The news reporter guy said he's seen it,
but
I don't know what's true. But
I wouldn't agree with it. Period, point blank, straight down with it. Because when you have a kid as the guy's caliber,
right,
you scout him. Mm-hmm. You try to stop him. You try to make sure that he don't get yards freely, just running rabbit around you. So when you look at it, you have like this really bothers me because
what part?
Just the whole targeting. Like, you don't target, you scout this player.
Yeah.
You scout this player to not have no yards. So when you do stop him, it's a stop. You win. You win. Right. But as far as hurting him, you're going to hit him hard. You're going to try to put fear into his heart to make him not.
I think that's what was happening there. I don't think anybody was targeting. I think targeting is a bad word. I feel like it was the reaction after the injury.
Right.
I don't think there was. I'm not real sure. I'm not positive exactly what happened, but as far as targeting goes, that means someone was planning to try and go hurt somebody, and I don't feel like that was the case. I think Fort Myers side of the ball hit the quarterback for South really late at one point that Cap and I were talking about. And that flag wasn't called. If he'd have been injured on that play, maybe we're talking about it in a different perspective on the other side. But I don't think anybody was targeting. I think it was the reaction afterwards.
But how do you react after the fact that you just did that? Every coach going to sit there and be like, okay, good. We don't have to deal with him no more. Right. But they're not looking at it as we hurt him. I hope he don't get up. I hope something's wrong with him to the point where he can't play no more. We got him out of the game, but it's not like.
I think it's more like, oh, wow. He's out.
He's out.
Wow. I don't think it's like, oh, yay. Yay. I think it's like, wow, I can't believe that just happened.
I feel everybody needs to, when a player gets hurt, I love Pop Warner because I'm talking about the kids be the first one to say, oh, the player's down, take a knee. Yeah. And they're so respectful of the fact that a player got injured. So when a situation like that happens, I know it's a big game, situations happen, but when a player's down, it's kind of like a moment of silence. Everybody just respect that, okay, this guy's injured. Let's, calm down. I know adrenaline's up, but calm down, and don't make the issue more than what it is. I understand,
I think in the moment, the emotions is just so high. In
Yeah,
the
but
moment, people are upset.
I just feel like everybody needs to take that humble approach
Right.
when somebody's down on the ground.
I agree.
Because you don't know really how severe the injury is. And then
Yeah.
also too, me personally being a competitor, I don't want nobody saying, oh, if he would have played, this would have been a different sword. I want you to sit up and say, hey, listen, bring it to me.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Get up, get off the ground, come back in the game. Because I don't want no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about the win.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and they were just playing hard. There was a lot of big hits going on that game, a lot of emotions going, and I don't think there was any targeting. I don't think there's any ill will.
Yeah.
I think it was a good game. They played it hard.
I just want to pray for a speedy recovery, and hope the issues get worked out. But, play between the line class. But we'll be right back after this small break.
Drew's Tips and Big Dream Sports Hot Topics, sponsored by Platinum Image Barbershop. We are the best.
The focus of our program is to enhance speed, footwork, and explosive jumping ability. Don't delay and call your speed doctors today at 239-826-7891.
Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. As you can see, I'm with the man of the hour, Coach Dixon. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Happy to be here.
Great, man. Hey, listen, we went to the South Fort Myers game. We seen you there. It was amazing to see the love that you was getting from cheerleaders, the students, faculty, other coaches, man. It was just huge. How did it feel to be?
Well, being away for a month, you get to think about a lot of things, and I think Friday night was one of the things that I felt closure.
Right.
The students, from the teachers, the booster, the coaches, everybody, they really, welcomed me back home, I guess, if you want to say, and I really enjoyed the welcome. It was nice. Before the game, halftime. Walking up and down, it was tough. I couldn't go to the concession stand, but, I guess that's a good thing. And I was really satisfied.
But let's be real. The best part of the night was the end of the night, because y'all got the W at the end of the day.
Well, they're my kids.
Exactly.
They're my kids, and I really, I was excited about just being there, from the beginning. And one thing, that I told them was it was a reason why I was there.
Right.
I can't have my hands on, so I'm away from, what's going on between the lines, but, it felt good to actually be there to support them. And I want to tell you, I enjoyed every minute of it.
I know you did, because, listen, that was a huge win. And with the controversies that South has been through, with all this, stuff that happened, we're not even going to talk about that. But it was just huge to me because you coached me, and to see your talent, because when you around somebody for so long, you can see the influence that they have on other people. Your coaches You know, I'm going to say it. I'm just going to give it to them blood raw. That's your coaching staff. And they did one hell of a job. And you can tell you put your stamp on it. Because, for one, I don't think that coaching staff would have ever came together if it wasn't for you. And, you know, the players, they stuck at the school because of you. And I know you built South program. And I felt, you know what I'm saying, it was a huge win for those guys because, listen, us on this show, we doubted them. We ain't going to lie to you. We doubted them because we knew the CEO wasn't there. Yeah. But when the CEO was in the building, they pulled off the big win. Hats off to, you know, the other coaches. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad that situation is under the bridge. And, you know, I appreciate you coming on the show. Because your wife said you look like a street preacher right now.
Yeah.
But I thank you for coming out, man. And
you know, I really appreciate you having me. But, you know, I really don't want to take away from the young men, you know.
Exactly.
The young men put together, you know, a big night.
Right.
And when you get in that situation, you know, even from being in the locker room or being in the stands, you know, you never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Because you got to have your night. You know,
right.
People believe in, a lot of times, you know, you can have the better team. And which I feel like, you know, South Fort Myers is, you know, the elite.
Yeah, J.K.
of the county.
Jarvis Kitchen, he definitely feel that too.
But, you know, at some point in time, you know, the kids have been through a lot. You know, and it's one of those things where, you know, it's like your parents breaking up. You know, when your parents break up, you're going to get in trouble in school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you're going to miss curfew a couple of times. You're not going to clean your room.
Right.
You know, that type of thing. But I'm excited for these guys, you know, to know that they can come back from adversity, you know, and put together a solid game.
Yeah.
You know, the season's not over. You know, they're going to have to finish. And they can't live off me showing up in the stadium anymore.
Right.
You know,
right.
It's got to be that they got to go out and work Monday through Thursday to prepare themselves for Friday night's game.
And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, you put together a well enough system that, you know, they ready. They, you know what I'm saying, they're a fine-tuned machine. They had to get the kinks worked out because, listen, we was calling the cardiac kids on the show. And we got some crap for it, but they showed us they wasn't. And they pulled it off, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm the first one to give them props. When props do, they did their thing. Fort Myers, they made it happen.
Well, you know, the thing is, you know, when everybody, you know, when you come out, you know, and I'm going to tell you one thing I told our kids, you know, Fort Myers has been here, you know, they've been winning since 1940.
Exactly.
You know, so they have the most wins, you know, and this is you know, I want the other kids from, you know, from Dunbar, from Lehigh, from Riverdale, from North Fort Myers, you know, I want them to understand this too.
Right.
You know, South Fort Myers has been on top since 2005. You know, you can only be as good as when you show up.
Right.
You know, if I'm 18 years old, I can't live a 30-year-old life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So with our kids is that now, since 2005, South Fort Myers is a program in Lee County. From 1940,
Fort Myers.
Myers is a program.
But we're gonna say Estero. Don't leave us out.
Well,
we had
our run.
Yeah.
Estero, we had our run. We didn't run for 12 years. You know, but in a 4-year span,
yeah,
Estero was hot for 4 years.
Yeah, and then everybody
you know,
just
you started it out. You know, you and David Hall. You know, y'all started it out. Nick Hill, but it had to come back with Lorenzo Johnson, Greg Perkins,
exactly.
You know, AJ Holloway, David Mahoney. You know, those guys came and finished the deal. You know, after that, you know, it got rough again. But these young kids in these other schools, they got to understand that, yeah, Fort Myers, you know, they're the oldest, and even South, you know, I'm being real.
Yeah.
2005, yes, they're the best.
Right.
But what happens when I show up on campus as a 9th grader? Can I make my school the best within 4 years?
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You know, when I was there, you know, we 6-4, you know. You know, and Anthony Henry, think about it.
Yeah.
You know, NFL star, the whole 9 yards. He didn't win as many games as you.
Yeah.
You know, you won more games in 1 year than we won in 3. So, you know, the thing about it, these young kids, they got to understand it don't matter where you go. You got to go work hard. But It's about what happens when you show up on campus.
Exactly.
If me and my buddy's gonna go and we're gonna put it all in, let's go put it all in.
Exactly.
You know, and you think about it. You know, you got the Curry kid. You know, he stayed. He stayed
Yeah.
at Lehigh.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. You know, since somebody done what he done Friday night.
Exactly.
You know, Felix done it, but it didn't count. All right. Zakondre White, it's been a long time.
Right.
Since somebody has done what he done.
Right.
You know.
And he could have easily jumped ship.
Yes. Equan Doors, he put together three game strip of doing what he did, but it's been a long time since anyone has done it.
Right.
You know, so right now, him and his team need to build off that.
Exactly.
You know, because he got some guys that are running behind him.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that Felix come back, get healthy, you know, and make this thing one of a really like competitive rushing title.
Exactly.
Because there's some great backs in Lee County. You know, I'm a little biased, you know. I'm an Equan Doors fan.
Hey, you got to be.
I'm an Equan Doors fan.
You got to be.
Curry, I'm an Equan Doors fan. I appreciate it and I love to watch it, but I'm an Equan Doors fan.
Right.
You know, so but I like, you know, I watched film and I got to see him, you know, Friday night, and it was really exciting to see someone step up and take it to the next level.
Okay. Coach, well, I thank you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get you a pair of these J's, you know what I'm saying, because they're exclusive. But
Well, you know,
we got to get us a discount. We got it. You know.
I don't know about that, but you know, I'm gonna take advantage of my time in this chair.
Okay.
Because in another week, I'm not gonna be hot anymore. So I'm gonna take it while I'm hot.
Right.
You know.
Thank you for coming on.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. As you can see, we have baby beast mode.
What's up?
Chris Curry in the building.
What's
up,
up?
baby?
What's up? What's up?
Yes. Listen, man, you put on a performance. I'm against y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. But you always know I've been rooting for you because, you know, I was a little disappointed in the Dunbar game. They gave you 8 carries. I was about ready to go on the sideline and dive on the offensive coordinator.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, you did your thing. Just like AD said, it's been a while since somebody pulled a stunt off like this. And it was magic. I seen the huddle. First play. Sheesh.
Yeah, I told my team the first time I was going to touch the ball, I was going to take it to the crib.
You got ran down, though. Russell Brown ran you down. But that's all good. long as it was, you know what I'm saying, your teammate that ran you down.
Yeah.
So we got to get that speed up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but listen, son. I'm going to say right now, you know, no disrespect to the other running backs in Lee County. You are the best running back in Lee County. And I need to get 20 carries a game because I know what you're going to do.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Okay. So now you got to give props to the big boys, the Pancake Eagles, because at the end of the day, they are the guys.
Yeah, I told them I wouldn't be nothing without them.
Exactly. Because they opening them holes, and then you making a lot of stuff on your own, but you got some receivers, Brock Strong, Russell Brown, down the field helping you out.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, we appreciate you, man, for coming on the show, blessing us, man.
It's a blessing.
I'm like, you know, and then you told me earlier, you know, you really like Marshawn Lynch. You ain't got too much to say. Just want to keep it
too much to say.
simple to the point. But that's what's up, man. Like, y'all have a big game this week again.
Yeah.
So, coaches, put it on his back. He can tote it. And that's it, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate being here.
Yes, sir. And do your thing.
Appreciate it.
Do your thing. We'll be right back right after this short break.
Southwest Florida Scores and Highlights are sponsored by CBI Inc.
Hey, Coach, it was a rough first half for you guys, man. What do you think you need to do to come out and have a better second half against this team?
Yeah, I think they just took it to us physically. We just got to regroup and we got beat in the line of scrimmage defensively. We just got to stop their run, make them one-dimensional. They just beat us up front.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
As you can see, it was a defensive battle game, and
They were
Fort Myers-
popping. They were popping.
Fort Myers didn't come out on top, and we
Not this time.
sucked as our picks because all of us went with Fort Myers, and
I mean, none of us were really good with our picks. I don't think the whole area was good with our picks, but you were a little worse
Come on,
than
man. Right
we
now,
were.
I mean, we're not
You
getting
lost
into
this
that,
week.
though.
You
We're
lost
not
this
getting
week.
into that.
You wanted to
I'm
be the
still on
champ
top,
last
though. I'm still on
week.
top.
Listen,
All right, well, you still
I
lost this
picked
week.
Fort Myers, but I said later on that I was going for South.
So you switched it up.
But on paper, I couldn't switch it.
Yeah, because you know how we roll. Once you say it,
I guess if I'd have thought ahead and really thought through it more, and I knew the AD was going to be in the building, it might have influenced my decision. But
yeah. Well,
I don't know. I don't think it had that much. Sometimes.
it was, a great defensive game. I can say myself, like, didn't nobody really get off? Like, you had a couple plays here and there.
Not stat-wise.
I'm not going to say that because Jay Sean Jones was everywhere.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
He was
yeah,
everywhere.
He did just get to hit it with.
Hits.
Yeah.
They came out the mystical.
Yeah,
Here I go.
Listen,
Here I go.
Yeah.
listen, that's a smart kid right there. I mean, you seen the extra point, the field goal. It was almost blocked. He gets up, runs it in.
Right.
That wasn't even a design play. That man was possessed that whole night. He was hitting everybody. And that's the last thing we thought of him.
But do you think it would have been a different outcome if D. Felix was playing?
I think
That's the biggest.
Score-wise, I don't think it would have been a different outcome.
Or
Maybe it would have been a little bit, you know,
I don't.
like a couple of. He got a couple of yards. He got a couple of yards.
Right,
He
let's talk
He
about.
did score.
Let's talk about the
He
end of the
did
game.
score.
You're gonna tell me at the end of the game when they need a first down with 2 minutes to go to shut that game down? It was 18 or what? What was the third? They were up.
16.
They were up. They were up at that moment.
Okay.
Okay. And all they had to do was get first down. They got stopped twice at the third and the fourth down. You don't think Felix would have got that first down?
I don't know because they would have keyed on him versus having.
Versus
having 20.
But that frees it up
Millie
for
and
another
Tucker
guy.
run the ball, which they did not know this kid can run that ball. So they changed the whole offense around up until they realized he can run the ball. And then what they did, get right back into the wing T and realize this kid can run the ball.
But when you don't have D. Felix in, so now
it makes it easier for the defensive coordinator to key on the other guys.
As we know, all the other guys feed off of D. Felix. They get, you know, like last week, they had 98 yards, the two running backs combined, because of D. Felix show. So do we say it would have been a different outcome if he would have?
That would be like bringing it back to the North game when D. Felix couldn't do nothing, so they took it to the
He
other.
still got 100 yards.
Time out. No, he had 60. I mean 50. I mean 60.
Oh yeah, you're right.
56 yards against
Right.
North. The outside players, the receivers did the game, had the game.
Right.
They did that this same game, tried to throw the ball and couldn't get no passes.
I mean, we could talk about it all day. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know that.
Big up
But I
the
mean,
South.
you do have to give the credit.
We
You know,
stated.
and like I said, we call them the cardiac kids. And I said last week,
You
I
called them
don't
cardiac
know.
kids.
Hey, but because I said that I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. They're still the cardiac kids. And that was giving people heart attack, but
look,
it was a good thing. And I think they have found their identity. You know, and I really do think AD being at that game, Coach Dixon being at that, gave them some extra motivation and gave them a spark that team needed all year.
But how do you say that? How do you say that? And they didn't even score 20 points in that game.
They were D'ing up.
They
like you
still was the first half team. What did they score in the second half?
Nothing.
What did South score in? Exactly. Now tell me, what else did they do
from a soccer player?
What did they do any other game different?
Diaz.
Any other game, what did they do different?
You're right. But
they didn't score in the second half. It was all defense. And that one play. They
championship.
always have that one play. In this game, it was the field goal.
Well, you got to give Flournoy a little bit of credit. I mean, he makes things happen out there.
Yeah.
He's coming a long way right now.
They had a guy on the sideline wide open. Flournoy just flew out of nowhere and knocked the ball out.
Yeah. And, you know, at quarterback, he's slowly, like I said last week, becoming a permanent cinder caller. He's out there most of the time. He only threw for 15 times, 94 yards, but the ability, what he brings to the table, the ability to keep a play alive and move around with his feet. And like you just said, he does his thing on defense too. You know, but I mean,
pick up the South, man. You guys, I don't care how you played in the second half. A W is a W.
Yeah.
We rocking like
you can't apologize for a win.
Yep.
It don't matter how you get it.
Now, I'm going to apologize to my Lehigh guys. Sorry.
You do owe them an apology.
Yeah.
I don't even know where your head was on that one.
Lehigh literally got off. And as you can see, we had Chris Curry on the show earlier today. 294 yards.
Let's just call it 300.
Yeah.
I mean, call it 300.
Because you got one paper say he had 301. So we're going to say he had 301.
I'm going to give him 300 since he came on the
he
show.
ran out of bounds one play that he could have got them 3 yards.
Yeah.
He too something.
You just got done telling him he needs to stay out of bounds more, protect that body. And he's telling him to put his head down and get that yard. But stop acting like a wide receiver.
He should have.
I seen him dive for a touchdown 1 week.
So he should have dove for them extra 3.
He could have dove for them.
So we gonna say 297. Just leave it at that.
Well, that would. Like AD said earlier, you haven't seen that in a long time, man. Right. And it makes me wonder because I wanted to ask you this question. You already answered it earlier. You said he's the best back in the area, but I want to ask Cap. Earlier in the year, we had 1 and 2. We had different running backs ranked ahead of him. Right now, at this point, almost basically halfway through the season, is he the best back in the area right now over those guys? Is he taking that?
I go for it. He's the best pure back in this area.
I got you. You have to say he's the most consistent back right now.
Yes, he. Dunbar game, he had 8 carries, you know, for
crazy,
almost 100 yards. Then, like, he's played the best defenses so far, except for Fort Myers. But he's produced in both games where it was top defenses.
Yeah.
He produced. and you know all the teams giving them credit. So now, like we're gonna really have to go back to the drawing board and reevaluate.
I didn't realize at the beginning of the year what kind of back he was. I've been watching these highlights and you know and seeing him play, and the kids are scared to hit that man.
Yeah,
they're scared. I mean,
you told me he was a junior. I didn't know this. I thought he was a senior. So guess what?
Next year. Next year. Next year.
Hey, though, Lehigh did let Baron Carter in the game, but at the end. But I got to mention Nance shut that down on 2 and kickoff after that touchdown. Baron Carter tried to come back.
Arthur Nance?
90-yard touchdown run.
Okay.
Kill him.
90-yard return. Game over. Shut it down real quick.
Now we're gonna get into your Cypress Lake Panthers.
Yeah. We had a rough week again, but I mean, they took it on the chin.
Rough.
What, you see any dogs in here? Rough?
Because literally, I think a couple Mariner players got a little.
Yeah, I don't think nobody heard it. Who did they play?
They played Mariner, and I got a little inside trading with Mariner, and they got a little offensive about the show and told me straight up personally that we gonna change our mind.
Well, their defense came to play for sure. That's led by Chance Ryder, I believe. He's the running back. I'm sorry.
But you showed us a story.
Hunter Reese leads that defense.
I got another loss on my column sheet because you.
A lot of people were picking Cypress Lake. They were supposed to come in and win that game. They didn't help themselves.
Cypress looked like they was.
They had 12 penalties for 125 yards. They shot themselves in the foot over and over again. They couldn't help themselves. It was one of those games where they couldn't get out of their own way. No, hey.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't even want to hear it because y'all going to blast me when you pick them. You picked them too.
Hey,
you
these Jordans are hot, right?
Anyway, next game. Hey.
Next game, we're going to go into our homies, the guys we love at this show, Bishop Row. They put it on the big Gator. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, the Gator they show up.
Oh, no. And you know what? This is starting to get redundant, and it might seem like it's favoritism or whatever, but every week we're saying Bessie and Tompkins. It's every week.
It is what it is.
No, you can't get away. They were on the show, yeah, cool, whatever, but these boys are balling.
They doing their thing.
Connection.
Yes.
These guys are balling over there at Vero every week.
Now let's get
what a time, because you got to say what he had. Corey went for 21 for 30, right. 269 yards. 222 of those yards were in the first half. Imagine if they wouldn't have let off the gas. They obviously let off the gas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Devin had, he finished with 139 with 11 catches.
Another 100-yard game.
Yeah, with 11 catches. And his first 9 grabs were in the first half.
11 catches.
Imagine if they didn't let off the gas. They let off the gas and they got those stats.
I averaged 3 catches a game.
So obviously 11 times.
Obviously that big old Gator was nowhere to be found. Lake
found.
Placid, there was nothing stopping those boys. They didn't even show up.
Now we gonna get into the Dunbar Tigers.
Oh Lord.
Which again we all roll with them, but
jaw drops.
Yeah.
My jaw dropped.
When I heard the news, it was like devastating.
Yeah.
I don't
devastating. That's a big word.
When you heard the news, you looked like you was walking down the yellow brick road.
It was devastating.
He ran up the gas.
I couldn't believe it. Like I'm sitting up here like, whoa, these boys lost to a game that I literally thought.
Did they lose or did Lely win that game? Come back and win that game because they were up 17-0, and that quarterback, Jacques Carter, he went on a tear and just went off with 4 touchdowns in a row.
Sound like your boy from Louisville on Florida State. But we gonna cut that.
You brought that up.
Yeah.
Don't even do that to yourself.
That's why I'm losing a lot of friends because they're going against Florida State. I'm losing a lot of friends.
This is about Dunbar and Lely right now. This is not about your Seminoles.
I gotta make my statement. You come to the gym talking about Florida State, I'm gonna shoot you with a paintball gun.
Oh Lord.
So if I say Gene Joseph in front of anybody that go to Dunbar, are they gonna quiver?
They might shoot something.
Listen though. Hiccups happen during the year. I'm still rolling with Dunbar. I still think they gotta get, and I'm kind of thinking this might be a good thing to get this early. Losses never good. Don't look at me like that.
My mouth dry right now.
I'm trying to look at the positive side. Listen, I think them boys are feeling themselves a little bit. We were feeling them. Everybody's feeling them. Maybe knock them down. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
You ever watch the basketball game and they talk about the guy at the free throw line? He made all his free throws. As soon as they talk about it, they miss. Andrew was talking about their DBs,
That happens
Dunbar's
every time,
DBs.
too. That happens
He
all-
said, these guys don't get caught on. Marcus and the other guy, right?
Yeah.
So if I said Gene Joseph,
Gene Joseph just ran the ball. He ain't,
no, Gene Joseph caught the ball. 3 TDs.
oh, sorry.
All from
Yeah.
Carter.
Yeah.
They'll bounce back.
It was 17-0.
And
they'll bounce
seriously
back.
though, seriously, how much money would you have bet if someone said Dunbar's got 17-0 lead? How much money you gonna bet they're gonna win
gonna
that
get
game
paid
with
back.
that defense?
I-
I'm betting everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm gonna be walking around with no clothes on because I'm betting those two.
Until he came around the corner
Bet
and
my
said,
shirt.
Dunbar lost.
Because that's what happened.
Like the British is coming.
For real. Like
I really think this game a little bit of humble pie. Honestly, I think that might be a good
they
thing
got
for
a big
them.
humble pie because they got South this week too.
Oh yeah.
So
We're gonna talk about
And
that.
we're gonna be at that game long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna change it up a little
Breaking news.
bit. Ooh, kill them.
I didn't even know that.
Don't get nervous.
I never get nervous.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Never get
Now we're gonna get into these picks.
I'm only nervous when I'm late.
And I'm riding. Kate, you got to keep me in the run. I'm still on top, but I went 4 for 4. But Kate, you got to keep me in this running. I'm riding with y'all. Don't kill me. Y'all got a game.
Hey.
And
I mean, I'm gonna just say it like this.
what? Everybody tired now.
Charlotte killed them.
It's Port Charlotte.
No, Charlotte.
It's
Yeah.
Port Charlotte.
It's Port Charlotte.
It's
They playing
Port Charlotte or
yeah,
Charlotte?
Port Charlotte.
They're playing
They play
Port Charlotte.
Yes, that's why I went.
Come on.
See what I'm saying? Ooh,
Come on
kill
now.
'em. I might be up. See
He
what I'm
ain't.
saying?
Yeah. We'll see. I don't think you're gonna be. I mean, I think.
But all it's gonna do is, cause all us to be a tie.
Where we
Because
at?
after
Where we
that,
at?
I'm blowing y'all in the water.
22, 21, 12, 20. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be
still on
tied. It's
top.
gonna be tied after tomorrow night, basically.
The champ is here.
That's how unpredictable the season is.
Champ
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable. Okay?
So what we got? So let's recap the rest of these games.
yeah. Well,
I don't want to hear about the champ anymore.
why? We gonna get on to our picks this week. Like that's what we finna do.
All right.
So
North 27.
Who wanna go
Highland
first? Because
Coast
I'm
10.
always last.
All right.
Riverdale got their first win. Real quick. Props to
Okay,
Riverdale real
go
quick.
ahead. Get
Just
it.
want hey.
Go ahead,
I don't
get
want
it.
anybody getting mad at us.
No, listen. It will be okay.
All right. On to the picks. Let's roll.
Because what we can get our studio guy to do is just show the scores of the game, and then everybody feels
Anyway.
satisfied.
All right. I don't like hurting people's feelings. On to the
Yeah.
picks. On to the picks.
I'm-
On to the
okay.
picks.
So
I-
who's gonna go first?
I
Because
start my
and I think you still on the bottom. Like
No, I'm tired with Cap. I'm just he just happened to put me down there.
where your name is O and you tied with Cap, so that puts you on the bottom.
We'll see at the end of the season where we're all at.
Yeah,
Before
we
you
are.
start pounding on the desk talking about the championship.
He's here, bro.
All right. All right. Well, let's talk about it then. Let's talk about this
I
week.
shoot my picks first.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All
Hit
right,
'em
my
up, hit
first
'em
game is South against Dunbar. I mean, both of them made me change my mind. Dunbar, I would have said a week ago, Dunbar probably would beat South.
No doubter, huh?
But then again, I would have said South was not that strong.
Right.
But
Find that
I
identity.
found that, and I'm going with South.
Okay.
All the way.
Boo!
South.
There it is.
All right then.
Lehigh and Coast, I'm going with Lehigh.
Okay.
Cape? Cape plays Cyprus.
Cypress, yeah.
I'm going with Cape. I'm going with Cape on that one because Cyprus
You
just
tired of me psyching you out with all
they
that?
just shook they just shook me with Mariner. I know Mariner could be tough, but they just shook me. They
Right.
shook me. Riverdale over Baker.
Okay.
Mariner over North.
Oh, really?
I like Mariner over
No
North.
take backs. No take backs.
I like Mariner over North.
Hey, nobody can see our people in our
It
studio,
don't
but their
matter.
jaws just
I'm
dropping.
going with Mariner
It's
over
either one or two
North.
things. Either he knows something we don't know, or he just jumping out there.
I'm looking
He
at
said
it like this.
I think you were sitting at the ale house too long before the show.
If you just
Yeah.
stop,
Oh, wow.
what are they? Isaiah Thomas and Chris
Z
Joseph.
White back though,
Hey, Isaiah.
Z White
listen
wasn't
to
back
me.
last week.
Listen to me.
but he still struck.
It doesn't matter. So it had to be something with that defense
Listen
Mariner
to
had
me,
going
man.
on.
Isaiah Thomas still had over 100 yards this week. He did his thing still.
But he took the L.
Yes, he sure did. He scored the only time. All right, then. All right. Next.
So I'm going with Mariner. If Mariner can keep that up, I think they got something going on.
Okay.
If that's what y'all want to call upset, we're going to call that upset.
What's on to the next?
All right. Charlotte over Fort Myers.
Right.
Darren Felix probably won't be playing.
Man, when was the last time? I mean, Fort Myers lost 2 in a row. I mean,
It's
doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, it's been a while, but they had 2 tough games back to back, and South
See how they
Florida,
respond.
and they got to find an identity, and if they got to find it because they main man out.
They main man out.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the group
Yeah,
to step up.
a lot of people got to step up right now. They have to because Charlotte is always that team to beat around the Lee County, Collier County. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte
They're always
area.
tough. They're always
Million
tough.
Tucker.
I don't know what they feed
I'm
those
gonna
boys.
ride with him.
Okay.
He looked pretty solid.
All right.
He looked pretty solid. I like Gulf Coast over at
Have
Steroids.
you even picked your alumni once this year? Like y'all,
I'm playing. It's
Y'all
like,
picking
it's like
against
we got,
stuff.
if I got money on the table, I'm not picking.
I hear you.
I'm not picking a Stero if they don't have Willie Neal
Oh yeah, true story. True story.
at all. So Gulf Coast,
Is he out for sure? Do you know
he's
that?
gonna be out.
All right.
He's gonna be out.
So, Gateway over Lake Placid. Who you got?
Gateway over Lake Placid. I talked to Caesar.
I told you, man. I told you that guy was going to do his thing.
at the game. He said he's gonna do something big against Lake Placid.
That's what we like to hear.
Bishop Road over Avon Park.
Yeah, we ride with our boys all day, every day.
Well, you got to right now, right?
Yeah.
Is it up to me?
Yeah, it's on you. You at the bottom. You should have went first.
That's all right. I'll go first, second, third, last. I guess I'm last.
You're not.
All right, I got Dunbar. I got Dunbar over South right now. Hey, no, listen. All right, I don't see that offense wasn't that impressive to me on Friday night against Fort Myers, and I like Dunbar's D. And I told you last week I'm rolling with Dunbar just because they slipped up. They were winning that game 17-0. They still got players. They still can win, and I'm still rolling with them. There's no reason to panic and jump off the wagon. You know what I mean?
Give me a good reason why you rolling with Dunbar. Give me a better reason. I should say.
Why wouldn't you?
Give me
Because they're blowing the doors off of people, and they were about to blow the doors off later, and they slipped up. I don't know what happened.
I honestly feel Dunbar is probably not going to move the ball at all.
All right, well.
I mean, you got receivers, but you got those 2 DBs. Is Jay Sean Jones.
He's jumping off the Shockey chain too, I guess.
I mean, when you got Maurice Flanoy and Riley Ware sitting back there, and then you got Jay Sean Jones behind him.
Let me
I don't
tell
think
you,
you're not going to catch the ball.
What about Rodney?
Jay Sean.
You're not going to catch the ball.
He's becoming a nightmare back there because this kid is literally hitting.
Well,
and he's a toothpick, and
Smelling
he's hitting.
sauce.
He's hitting.
all right, well, like I said, I know what I've been saying all year, and I'm not going to sit there and panic and be like, oh.
You want to take that L?
All right, hey, we're going to sit there and watch it together and talk about it.
All us.
All night long.
All night long.
Don't sing. Please don't sing. I got Lehigh over Coast. I think Lehigh's coming in their own right now. You know, I think they're starting to figure it out. So I definitely got Lehigh over Coast. Where's it at? Oh, I got my boys.
Don't do it.
I got my boys right here.
Bro, push that over there with you.
You want to wear it?
No, I don't want to wear it.
This is nice,
Bro.
This is nice. So I got Cypress obviously over Cape. Got to do it. Thanks. All right. We're going to leave that up here. It's going to sit up here, I think, for the rest of the year. Maybe not on the desk. We're going to put it back here. But I definitely got my boys this week. And it's not because I'm not going to pick them every week.
Right.
I'm really not.
But can you put that on the edge?
You shouldn't pick them at all.
Thank you.
Not right now.
I need this room.
I got Riverdale over Baker. I got North over Mariner. I don't know how healthy everybody is over at North right now, but you just clown Mariner about not clown them. Don't get me wrong. You were like, look who they played and they still lost, and then you picked Mariner to beat North, which is confusing to me.
Because
Cappy just confused me all the time.
He's
all over the place.
Isaiah Thomas.
He knows something. What do you know?
Isaiah Thomas and Chris Joseph.
I'm talking about North and Mariner. What are you talking
They
about?
stopped them from beating them.
All right.
Those are two great players.
All right. Well, can they?
North.
Is Z White not playing? There's something I don't know. Because Z White's a whole different animal to stop.
Z White played
But
during.
I got four. I got Charlotte. I got Charlotte over Fort Myers. They're gonna take 2 in a row. I got Gulf Coast over Estero. I'm picking Gateway, and I'm taking the Vikings, the Tompkin-Bessie connection again, and that is where I'm at. And I expect to be on top next week, back here on the board.
Cinco, you did? Yeah, man.
Gonna get it done.
All right, so I'm rocking with my picks, you know, since I'm number one guy, I go last. So I'm going with South over Dunbar. I just feel like I'm gonna ride this Wolfpack wave. I am. Bro, like, did you literally just put on yourself?
Ready to go.
Like, bro.
Can't wait till Friday night.
Out of all helmets in the world, you put on.
I got a small head and that one's tight.
I'm going with Charlotte over Fort Myers. I'm going with Riverdale over Outer Baker. I am going to go with Cypress over Cape. I am. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with them because you brought the little purple people eater helmet on the show. So
thanks, Coach Road.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be on top.
And then I'm going to go, oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to be on top.
I'm going with North over Mariner. And I'm going with Bishop over Avon Park. I'm going with Gateway over Lake Placid. And I'm going with Gulf Coast over Estero. And then I think I'm going to go with Island Coast over Lehigh.
Okay.
So.
Oh, he did it again?
Yes.
Wait.
Hey, listen. Okay.
This is why I'm not picking against Lehigh.
Mama say, Mama Simon, Michael say. Listen, I said that wrong. All right. I'm going with, you know, Lehigh over Coast.
Hey, we'll let you take that one back this one time because I don't want to get hurt, bro.
Yeah, because, you know, we got
Don't hurt this old man.
his little midget and, you know, 6'3", so.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We'll be right back right after this small break.
The focus of our program is to enhance speed, footwork, and explosive jumping ability. Don't delay and call your speed doctors today at 239-826-7891.
All right, we at the end of the show, fellas. We literally at the end of the show. I want to first, before we close out, I want to give a big shout out to Platinum Image Barbershop for sponsoring the segment.
Yes.
And also CDI Construction. Appreciate you, fellas. Nevermind and Kick Cartel. We will be to see you because we need us a couple pair of these.
Hey, never mind. That's a spot for a burger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, if you haven't had a cheeseburger.
We need a cheeseburger. So I'm sure Nevermind will hook us up with a cheeseburger.
Go over there and see Shannon, yeah.
And then we this is what we need to hook up on. I'm kind of feeling these.
We need to
Yeah, well.
Feeling them.
You brought them in here. I thought we had. I had some new shoes, but
Well,
whatever.
we don't.
I guess I'm going home without some Jordans today.
All right. Once again, don't let your talent get in the way of your responsibility. And we out.